Welcome back, fellow horror fans. Well, today we're going to be looking at Halloween 5. Hold on, I'm here. Okay. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And instead of looking at my phone, well, I just typed up the stuff that was from my phone onto Microsoft Word, so now I have to look at my phone. So there you go. Anyway, so let's get started. On October 31st, 1988, Michael Myers falls down a mine shaft. He stumbles upon a hermit who bandages him up. Michael falls into a coma, placing him in the hermit's care. 1 year later, on October 30th, 1989, Michael awakens, kills the hermit, and returns to Haddonfield, where his niece Jamie Lloyd continues to live after nearly being killed by Michael the year before. Jamie has been committed to a children's hospital, having been rendered mute due to psychological trauma, suffering from nightmares and seizures, and being treated for attacking her foster mother under Michael's influence, but exhibits signs of a telepathic link with her uncle. Okay. Dr. Sam Loomis becomes aware of Jamie's psychic link with Michael, and tries to convince Sheriff Ben Meeker that Michael is still alive. Meanwhile, showing signs of a metaphysical connection to Jamie, Michael tracks Jamie to a local child mental health clinic. He kills Jamie's sister by stabbing her in the chest with a pair of scissors and begins stalking their friend Tina, also killing Tina's boyfriend Mike with a sharp rake to his head. Ooh, nasty. Later that night, Tina and her friends Sam and Spitz go to a Halloween party at a farm. Sensing that Tina is in danger, Jamie, having regained her ability to speak, goes to warn her. Her friend Billy goes with her. Aww. While Sam and Spitz are having sex in the barn, Michael murders them. Spitz is impaled with a pitchfork, and Sam is sliced across the chest with a garden scythe. Ooh, nasty. Michael then leaves the barn and kills 2 deputies that Loomis had asked to keep an eye on Tina for protection. After the party, Tina goes to the barn and discovers the bodies. Michael chases Tina, Jamie, and Billy with a car. Michael fatally stabs Tina in the chest. Loomis, Sheriff Meeker, and the police arrive on the scene and rescue Jamie and Billy. Jamie finally agrees to put herself in danger to help Loomis stop Michael for good. Oh, you sure about that, Jamie? With Jamie's help, Loomis lures Michael back to his abandoned childhood home. In the old Myers house, Loomis and the police create a setup. Jamie senses that Michael has arrived at the clinic and Billy is in danger, which causes Sheriff Meeker, along with most of his backup, to leave the Myers house. Eventually, Michael arrives at his old home and kills the 2 remaining officers. Loomis tries to reason with him, while Michael subdues him and then goes after Jamie. Jamie hides in an old laundry chute, but she is forced to abandon it after Michael finds her and repeatedly stabs the chute. She races upstairs to the attic where she finds a coffin that was stolen from the cemetery earlier and the bodies of Rachel and Mike. Michael finds Jamie, but before he can kill her, she tries to appeal to her uncle's humanity. At Jamie's request, Michael takes off his mask. However, Jamie touches Michael's mask, sending him to a fit of rage. Okay, dude, seriously, it's just a mask. Calm down. Loomis appears, using Jamie as bait, and lures Michael into a trap to weaken him with a tranquilizer gun. After beating Michael unconscious with a wooden plank, Loomis suffers a stroke and collapses. Okay, that was random. Michael's locked up in the sheriff's station to eventually be escorted to a maximum security prison, where, Meeker says, he'll remain until the day he dies, to which Jamie responds, he'll never die. As Jamie's being escorted out, after Jamie is escorted out to be taken home, a mysterious man in black arrives and attacks the police station, killing the officers, including Sheriff Meeker. No! In the aftermath, Jamie walks to the station and discovers her uncle's cell empty, prompting her to begin sobbing in terror. Dun dun dun! So anyway, let's look at the production of this movie. The success of Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, had revived Michael Myers' fame as the 1980s slasher movie craze began to subside. 1980s started film series like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street were also in decline. While the previous film was still in theaters, Mustafa Akkad had already laid out plans for Halloween 5. The producers wanted to screen the film in October 1989, just 1 year after the previous sequel. The first draft of the script was written by Shem Bitterman. Bitterman's idea was that Jamie Lloyd would become evil after stabbing her stepmother, you mean foster mother, while the Shape was after her. This idea was rejected by the studio and Akkad, who brought in Michael Jacobs to write the script. After reading the script, director Dominique Othenin-Girard added some new aspects like Jamie's inability to speak and her visions. Veteran actor Donald Pleasence had disagreements with Akkad and Othenin-Girard, citing that Jamie should have been portrayed as, quote, all evil after stabbing her stepmother, again, foster mother. Akkad disagreed, thinking the fans wanted to see more of the Shape. In an interview, Danielle Harris explained what she thought of the idea. Harris said, quote, the way Halloween 4 ended, I thought I was going to be the killer. I thought it would be fun to come back as the killer, or Michael's sidekick. Scary, but fun. The hermit, who was shown in the beginning of the film as living in a quiet shack outside of the river with his parrot, was originally supposed to be a young man who tried to bring the Shape back to life after finding him. His shack was supposed to be filled with ancient runes, tablets, and other items for resurrection. The scene was filmed, but was reshot with an old man instead of a younger man. The script included bumbling cops, deputies Nick and Tom, with their own clown theme, to pay homage to Wes Craven's The Last House on the Left. Ellie Cornell was keen on returning as Rachel in Halloween 5, although she became disappointed to learn that her character would be killed off early in the film. Originally, Michael was to shove a pair of scissors down her throat, but Cornell felt that this would be too gruesome, and requested that the writers change it. As a result, she's instead stabbed in the chest. Ugh. Returning from Halloween 4 was veteran actor Donald Pleasence as Sam Loomis, along with Danielle Harris, Ellie Cornell, and Beau Starr as Jamie Lloyd, Rachel Carruthers, and Sheriff Ben Meeker, respectively. Starr would later appear in an unaired Halloween 5 television spot. Karen Alston, who played Darlene Carruthers in the previous film, reprised her role in the beginning of the film, showing the anonymous person in the mask stabbing her as she falls into the bathtub of water. Her voiceover was recorded by Wendy Kaplan. Kaplan won the role of Tina Williams, the loud and wily friend of Rachel's. After Rachel's demise, Tina inherits the role of Jamie's protector. Yeah, that didn't last very long, though. George P. Wilbur, who had portrayed the Shape in the previous film, did not express interest in returning to play the role, although he did work as a stunt player on the film. Don Shanks was cast to play the speechless, white-masked murderer. Shanks had already played a similar character in the first 2 Silent Night, Deadly Night films. Shanks also played the Man in Black. Wilbur, who had to wear hockey pads to appear to have a bigger build, would later portray the Shape in the next installment, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Shanks did not have to wear hockey pads because he already had a larger build. Well, that's good. Max Robinson will play Maxwell Hart, the doctor who assists Jamie when she's having one of her nightmares at the beginning of the film. Betty Carvalho appears as his assistant, Nurse Patsy, who has a motherly feel to Jamie. Jeffrey Landman portrayed Billy Hill, Jamie's best friend, who has a stuttering problem. Landman worked with a coach who taught him about stuttering to help him prepare for the role. Nice. Newcomers such as Tamara Glynn, Matthew Walker, and Jonathan Chapin appear as Samantha Thomas, Spitz, and Mike, who were all friends of Tina and Rachel. Walker will later appear in another slasher film, Child's Play 3. Interesting. Deborah Hill, who had written and produced the first 2 films, had sold her and John Carpenter's rights to the series before Halloween 4. She had met director Dominique Othenin-Girard at the Sundance Film Festival and liked his style. She had arranged a meeting with Othenin-Girard and Mustafa Akkad. Akkad liked Othenin-Girard and he became director. This was Deborah Hill's last involvement in the franchise. Aww. Othenin-Girard wanted to bring the franchise closer to the original, but wanted more blood in the film. The original/uncut version of the film featured more explicit blood and violence. Akkad did not like this decision, as he felt that the original and Halloween 4 had worked better without showing as much detail. After filming for 2 weeks, Donald Pleasence gave a much bigger trailer to Danielle Harris once he left set. Harris's mother had been complaining about the small size of her daughter's trailer, and Pleasence decided that she should have his. Aw, that was nice of him. Danielle Harris and Don Shanks became good friends over the course of the filming, reportedly spending a lot of time together while off set. That's good, I guess. The film began production on May 1st, 1989, and was filmed in and around Salt Lake City, Utah, just like its predecessor. The bus that the Man in Black gets off of stops outside exactly the same store where Jamie and Rachel get a Halloween costume in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Awesome. Unable to find a small Victorian house like the Myers house in Halloween, the filmmakers chose a bigger, more mansion-like house because they needed a house that could provide wide rooms, hallways, an attic, a basement, and a laundry chute. Donald Pleasence accidentally broke Don Shanks' nose on the set when they were filming the scene where Dr. Loomis beats the shape with a 2x4 block of wood. Ouch. Don Shanks was also injured when he was filming the scene where the shape crashes Mike's Camaro into the tree. Within and Gerard had forgotten to yell, "Cut!" and fire was beginning to emerge from the car. Shank had put this down to Within and Gerard being sidetracked by seeing stunts take place during his first major directing job. Finally, stunt coordinator Don Hunt told Within and Gerard to finally yell "Cut!" Wendy Kaplan was also injured in this scene, as the car almost ran over the top of her. Ugh. She was uninjured as seen in Halloween 25 Years of Terror. The film had been fighting an X rating due to its violence, blood, and gore. Some scenes were trimmed down to keep it rated R. The scene in which Jamie climbs up the laundry chute was originally more graphic, as she was to be stabbed in the leg. But due to the request of the Motion Picture Association of America, also known as the MPAA, the scene was cut down. An alternative opening was filmed with the hermit replaced by a younger man with all kinds of ritualistic items in his cabin. Yeah, too bad we're never going to see that opening ever. And I do mean that. Literally. But oh well then. So I think this is a pretty interesting continuation of the franchise after Halloween 4, and it's not all that bad in my opinion, so there you go. Anyway, so overall, I give Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, 4 jack-o'-lanterns out of 5. Well, join me tomorrow as the franchise takes a very interesting turn with Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. So, until then, peace out everybody.